What is this antique wooden instrument found on an estate sale post online? Sorry for the potato quality, I took a picture of a computer screen. They listed it as 11 inches long, which is bigger than it appears in the picture. It looks like one of those systems used in a big house to call a servant, with a display to indicate the room where the servant was required, plus a button to reset. If anyone knows what it's been used for or has any other information on it, I'm super curious. It's a blow accordion, also known as a flute harmonica, with 10 keys made of ivory and 2 chord buttons, probably the earliest specimen known of this form. It looks like it dates to the first half of the 19th century, primarily in Europe. They were commonly produced as children's toys and are now valuable historical relics for collectors and musicians interested in the history of handheld reed instruments. What is this antique box with holes corresponding to drawers? I saw this in an antique store where they're trying to identify what this little box is. It is somewhere between 50 and 60 centimeters, and I think it opens up with holes that lead into the drawers underneath. It has no extra writing as far as I can tell, and stumped as to what it could be. All the holes appear to be similar and the same size, and the drawers really throw me off too. They look like they're designed to be able to easily lift out whatever was put in through the top. What could this be? It's a 19th century ballot box for a ball voting system. So far, this is the most similar item I've been able to find. Most marble ballot boxes just have all the marbles go into one communal drawer, but I could definitely see this being used in a jury situation. Everyone places their vote using a white ball for yes and a black ball for no. Traditionally, it's done in secret, and the balls are counted afterwards when the box is opened. What is this cone-shaped thing made of silver? Around 5.5 inches long, with a pin on a chain. My initial thought was an incense burner, or a candle snuffer for putting out candles. Any help would be most appreciated. It's an antique tussy mussy holder, used in the Victorian era to hold flowers and fragrant herbs to combat the bad smells of the time. Victorians believed sweet scents could ward off illness or bad odors. You put a tiny posy in it, secure it in the holder with the pin, and carry it around to waft under your nose. What is this heavy cast iron piece? Around 18.5 inches wide, 8.5 inches deep, 2.5 inches high, and 19 pounds. It doesn't have any markings on it, and it looks very old. Does anyone have a clue about the origin? It's a Victorian boot scraper. Here's another one listed for $250. It was placed outside homes and buildings during the Victorian era for cleaning mud, dirt, and manure off the bottoms of boots before entering. Streets in Victorian cities were often muddy and full of horse droppings, so a boot scraper was an essential hygiene tool to keep dirt from being tracked indoors. What is this item found in the UK? It's really small, and I want to put it on a chain and use it as a pendant, but I'd like to know its actual use and age. I thought maybe a pillbox. What is this used for? It's an antique sterling silver vinaigrette, worn by people from the late 18th century to the end of the 19th century, to mask unpleasant odors, and in some cases as a health precaution, since Victorians believed inhaling strong and pleasant scents could protect against disease. It was designed to hold a tiny sponge or a piece of cotton soaked in scented vinegar, perfume, or aromatic substances. The name comes from the use of aromatic vinegars within the container. What is this thing? Red Devil is the only indication of a potential manufacturer. It measures 6 inches long, 5 inches tall, and the wood part is 3 inches wide. I guess it's a very old staple gun. Any idea what this could be? It's not a staple gun. It's a glazier point driver. It was patented on January 21st, 1930 by Guy Hubbard, Charles J. Fancher, Henry A. Sevine, and Robert A. Johnson for the Woodward Hubbard Company of Hill, New Hampshire. It should shoot a diamond-shaped point to set glass in a window frame prior to glazing, and to hold panes of glass in place in picture frames. What is this cast iron thing? About 6 inches long. The crossarm is spring-loaded and catches on what looks like a trigger, possibly part of a pinball machine that propels the ball. If anyone has any info, please share. It's part of a Three Dogs marble shooting game made by the arcade manufacturing company circa 1890s to 1910. Place a marble in the cupped area in the middle of the shooting mechanism, then draw the arm with spring tension back where it locks. Move the shooting mechanism left and right to aim at one of the 3 dog targets. Squeeze the firing trigger, and the marble is fired to the front at the targets. If the lower part of a dog target is hit, the dog flops over to score a hit, or the marble hits a wood block between the dogs with no score. Then the marble rolls back down to be shot again at another dog. Can anyone identify this? My dad found this at a Civil War skirmish site in Missouri. He is pretty proud of it. They recently moved to this area and have found a lot of Civil War relics. He goes to that spot frequently on their land. Do you think this is Union cavalry related? It's half of a horse bit, also known as a snaffle bit. The part with stars would have been the same on the opposite side. Cavalry horse bits were typically port-mouthed and had the usual long curved shanks with the US stamp on either side. So, I doubt it is a military issue, but that doesn't mean it isn't just as old. The way this is designed is to prevent the bit from being pulled sideways into the mouth. So in my opinion, it could have very likely been used as a driving bit for carriage horses. Very neat find. What on earth is this thing we found at Goodwill? It's made of hard leather, and it is stamped Argentina on the top. I'm guessing an old camera case, but it doesn't seem right. We've been puzzling over it for days, so any help is appreciated. It's a leather wine bottle holder. I'm guessing a tourist souvenir item from Argentina. It accommodates a standard-sized bottle of wine, providing peace of mind as you carry it with you. What is this thing made out of metal, found in a box alongside medals and military insignia? About 6 centimeters long in total, and there is a curved bit at the end with letters printed around the side that can turn. Anyone got a good idea? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.